The impacts from Tropical Storm Bertha ended up being minor, and we are almost through with them.
Yeah, but a few spots in Plaquemines Parish are dealing with some new flooding today because of the storm. And Rachel Hanley is in Myrtle Grove tonight on the west bank of the parish. And so, Rachel, how's it looking today?
Well, a little windy, as I'm sure you can see. Would have been a great day to remember a hair tie, probably. But in terms of the street, it's actually looking a lot better now than it was about 5 or 6 hours ago when we first got here. This is Myrtle Grove Road. Where I'm standing right now was completely underwater this morning, so the water has definitely receded a good bit. But it is still high enough to sort of creep onto people's properties. I don't know if you can see those mailboxes. They kind of show the water is, a little high, but it's not too bad. There's more houses back on the other side of the subdivision, kind of closer to the water. And I saw a live camera earlier from someone here. He showed me a flood gauge on a stop sign over there that was showing about 3 or 4 feet of water. So we really couldn't access it in our car. There was too much water, but it did seem like the flooding was worse down there. But as people in this neighborhood told me again and again today, this is something they're used to, and they were ready for it. For people in Plaquemines Parish, it seemed like Bertha came and went Wednesday.
Barely had any rain yesterday. It was cloud overcast the whole day, but didn't have much rain at all.
But in some neighborhoods, the storm wasn't done. Barbara Marcotte lives in Myrtle Grove, about halfway between Belle Chase and Port Sulphur. As the tide came in Thursday morning, she watched the water on her street rise thanks to a lingering storm surge. The parish's emergency operations director, Patrick Harvey, says this kind of flooding is typical in a lot of the parish, from here to Venice.
They're outside the levee protection system, so, whenever the water comes up, it comes up, and then, tide goes out, and, so forth.
Besides some wind gusts Wednesday, he says this street flooding was pretty much the worst of Bertha in the parish.
Bertha was literally nothing for us, thankfully. So we'll take storms like this any day.
But even a small storm can be a nuisance. Rob Buck is captain of Seatow in Myrtle Grove.
We lose business around here because of this. Being fishing season, nobody's launched today, as you can see. Everybody's cleaning up the problems that came.
He says based on what he's seen before, the water should go down by the end of the day.
We'll be out and open tomorrow, and we have fresh shrimp ready to go.
And Marcotte says that she and her neighbors are always ready for the flooding. They move their cars to higher ground ahead of time and wade through the water to get to and from them.
I mean, even days like today, you prepare in advance for it. Like my husband and I just stay stocked up with my pantry, and fortunately have a nice big pantry. Stay stocked up all year long, so if something ever happens, we're covered. We have everything we need.
Now, I did ask her with that reliably, regular flooding here that they have to deal with and prepare for, all the preparation, being outside the levee system, why is it that she has lived here for 20 years? And she told me that besides that, this is basically paradise. She says it's peaceful, it's beautiful. She can see dolphins swimming up and down this channel right here. And you can't really beat being able to go fishing right off your back porch, basically. So I can definitely see it being out here today. In Myrtle Grove, Rachel Hanley, WWL Louisiana.